right, welcome back to Drew Pearson Live. I'm joined now by the mayor of McKinney, Brian Loughmiller, and Adam Cox from Strikes Against Cancer. Gentlemen, thanks for taking the time to be with us and being part of our Hail Mary Heroes segment.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You guys were Hail Mary Heroes for what you do with Strikes Against Cancer?
No, well, thank you for the opportunity.
You are, definitely. Adam, tell us about Strikes Against Cancer and how it got started and why it got started.
Well, my mom had passed away from lymphoma. So when Jordan's mother was diagnosed with cancer, I knew I had to educate him. Mm-hmm. So, when he loved Christmas. So he was sitting there and he said, "What are we going to do for Mom for Christmas?" So I just said to him, "What'd you do last year?" And he said, "I don't know." Right. So I said, "Why don't you do something memorable?" So at the time, he was playing select baseball. So he came up with the idea, Strikes Against Cancer.
Nice.
So I just said, okay, if you're going to do this, let's not have it be a lark. Mm-hmm. And I just said, so if you're going to do this, we're going to drive it home. So what I really wanted to do is foster the small business perspective. So we went online, did the trademark search, looked for the URL, drove him down to the county clerk, went down and opened a P.O. box, and went and opened up a checking account. Oh, right. So that way he truly had the foundation of what it took to open up, a business or a foundation. Then after that, it was really putting at the time, doing clinics, Skip Johnson, pitching lessons, and just putting in the hard work. But I held him accountable every step of the way.
Nice.
And then it just started to build momentum. Then it really came down to a little kid and a mayor.
Right on.
And then he got the proclamation, and it just started to build momentum.
And Mayor, you were involved in this through the city, and how has this been as far as you're concerned, and how rewarding has this been for the city of McKinney?
Well, it's been very rewarding, and it's as I describe it, it's a transformative process, because when I met Jordan, he was 11 years old with a mom who had cancer, putting on a baseball tournament. And I thought, well, that's a really cool thing to do. And then it just, as Adam said, it grew. And when you start talking about now we have over 500 teams that are participating. Wow. And then through this process, and I know this is difficult for Adam, but ultimately, he lost his wife, and Jordan lost his mother.
Yeah, Lisa.
Lost the fight. And he took that pain and that grief and turned it into a positive by continuing this tournament.
So you have, with 500 teams, you have people coming from all over, Texas and
El Paso,
all over
Oklahoma,
the country, huh?
Wichita, San Angelo, Lubbock. I mean, there's over 40.
Age groups?
From ages 7 to 15, 16, there is over 40,000 people that are going to be flowing through the city of McKinney and the DFW.
Right on. And you have a special logo that's associated with Strikes Against Cancer, and the logo has a special meaning in itself. Everything associated with that logo has a special meaning.
Yeah, it does. It's the backwards K.
Right.
And if you know baseball, you know what that means.
I know what that is. I used to get that in my box score a lot when I was batting it back in high school.
But the teal field in the background represents the endometrial cancer that started, that Jordan's mother suffered from.
Right on, and that is very special. And so this is very rewarding for you to see this grow in the name of your wife and Jordan's mother, Lisa.
And my grandmother, and, because especially, when he was a kid, all he associated everything with cancer is death. And now we know with the groundbreaking research and the new strains of chemo and the new forms of radiation, that's really not the case, Drew. And with the money that he's given, last year he gave over $64,000 to cancer research.
Wow.
And all that money, that's really truly not the case anymore.
Right on. And most of the money raised goes to research to fight cancer?
Oh, yeah, V Foundation.
And all different kinds of cancer?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just specifically one. We're here for everything.
Well, cancer is such a deadly disease. It affects us, so many of us, in so many ways, not just the individual that's suffering from the cancer, but the families that have to deal with that as well. And, research is good because it's making progress in this fight against cancer.
Right.
And you could see the results from the research.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it touches so many lives. But, we also have to go out and prepare the city. We have to go around to the racetracks and the quick trips and, hey, get ready. This tournament's coming. There's people coming. We have to, prepare yourselves and get your Gatorade stocked up and get your, get ready. There's people coming.
So it's like a teamwork effort to make this work. And I'm sure you have tons of volunteers. And
that's always a struggle. We can never have enough people, especially with our big event on Friday. We have a free concert with a good question band. And, for all the people and coming on in, morning because they travel and they need something to do. So at Craig Ranch at 6 o'clock, we have a free concert, and we're always needing free, volunteers just to participate. And then we're going to be in, Mayor, how many? It's 11
You said
different
11,
cities?
11 different cities are
And 28
using,
different sites?
using sites for the actual baseball games.
Wow.
So it not only benefits
11 different
McKinney,
cities are represented.
absolutely. So it's
Wow,
not
that's
just
awesome.
McKinney, it's
That's
throughout
awesome.
the Metroplex.
Tell us how we can get more information about the tournament and Strikes Against Cancer.
Strikes21.org. It's all right
That's-
there. It
that's
tells the
simple.
story, and it's right there. So there are a lot of mayors that better love Mayor Loughmiller because it's grown out since then.
Well, I can feel why you're involved in this because it's personal. And when you take it personal, that's a motivation to want it to make it succeed.
Well, it's only
and
a
to
few
help so many
degrees.
other
It's only a
people.
few degrees that we know someone that's been touched by cancer.
Right
Jim.
on, right on.
Yeah.
Well, we
Absolutely.
appreciate you taking the time to be with us.
Well, thank you for
Thank
the
you.
opportunity, brother. I really
Right on.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
And you guys, for what you do to support and fight this fight against cancer, you makes you true Hail Mary heroes.
Oh,
thank
we
you.
appreciate that. So continue to fight.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back with more of Drew Pearson Live right after this.
Yeah, good
You
job.
almost had me crying, sir.